Everything sound good for you?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Yeah. If you want, you could switch, you could flip it back. Just try not to move the camera too much if you're gonna watch.
I've been on my grind just to live it out.
And now she's gonna flip it back again.
You're not really in it now, though, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'm in that shot though.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been on my grind just to
You guys are
live it
funny.
out.
You guys are funny.
I'm like, do we have to do this again?
Nah,
Separate.
I'm leaving all this. I love having
Okay.
intros like this. These are the best ones.
I've been on my grind.
Yes, yes, yes.
Say what's on your mind just to
And we are back.
everybody knows me. Really, that's the old me. Going
Yes, yes, yes. And we are back with another episode of the Dope Individuals Only podcast. I'm Eric, the host, and I'm up here with another dope individual. Please introduce yourself.
Oh, I gotta introduce myself. What is this? This is your job. You're the host.
No, this is...
I'm gonna introduce myself.
All right, here we go. Please introduce yourself.
What up, y'all? I'm Allie AMAC McGuire. Some people call me Immaculate. You know.
You're up here, and I know you knew that I do that. Like the self-intros. No?
Yeah, no.
You didn't know I do the self-intros?
Sorry.
I like for people to do... You know why I do that? For multiple reasons. Sometimes, if you introduce somebody, you might say something they don't want you to say. You might pronounce something wrong, or you might not give them all the flowers that they deserve. So I open the floor up so everybody can introduce themselves and then give themselves whatever kind of immaculate introduction they want. Yeah, where's that? Where's that? Oh no,
Oh,
that's the wrong
no.
sound. Well, hold on. We're gonna find this. What? No, that's the wrong one. No, that's the wrong.
That does seem correct at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I give up. It's fine. Yes. So we're here today with Immaculate. We are not gonna be talking about music today. Just a heads up. Like the only thing we're gonna talk about musically, because I know everybody knows you because of the music, but fuck the music.
Well, now I didn't even introduce myself correctly. So people are like, no, we don't know her.
Yeah. Well, listen,
Just
man, the music is only part of it, but we're here to get to know the individual who creates the dopeness, the music.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So I think it's vital that we give people that perspective because that's only a fragment of who you are. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what today is all about. We're gonna pull back the layers to the onion of what is AMAC.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. But we kind of do have to start with the music, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah. We gotta. It is a part of me. It's a big part of my life. For
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
And so you just dropped an album. I
I
want to
did.
start. I want to start with your album. So that's where we're gonna start from
Okay.
because you did some really dope shit on the album. It's extremely well produced. I had an opportunity to hear it before everybody else. So fuck you guys. And the workbook is dope too. So can you let people know how the album came about and a little bit about the workbook that's attached to it?
Sure. Well, we have to talk about all the other music stuff for me to get there anyway. So.
Yeah. All right. Let's go on a fast forward
Yeah.
though.
Well. Yeah.
All right.
But the main point is that I lived all my dreams. I became a platinum award winning mix engineer, vocal producer. That's right. I work with artists like Fetty Wap, Post Malone, Murda Beats, Kelly Rowland, and many, many more. Working with all the major labels and all of that for 16 years. What? Yeah. This is great. And I did that, and I accomplished my dreams. And once I accomplished my dreams, I still didn't like my life.
You didn't like your life.
I did not.
So you set a bunch of, did you set goals? Like, did you have goals that you were like trying to attain? Or like it kind of just happened?
Both of those things.
Both of those things. Okay.
Really. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to be like the best engineer in the world. That was just the goal. Working with people all over the world, working on, top records, working with major labels, and there's a long winding road
Yeah.
to getting there. Of course,
A lot of fake it till you make it.
for sure. I did an open mic last night.
Word?
And I did some of the album but they ended up, there were so many people and like some people went over, so we could only do one song. I was like, okay, like I made it like an arc. Okay, I was like, oh, this beautiful arc for these people that I'm gonna like present to them. But so I could only do one song. And I asked them, I was like, oh, you're all artists. Has anyone ever told you, that you couldn't do it? They doubted you. You can't become an artist. You can't do it for a career and stuff
people
like
love
that.
to shit on people's dreams.
Right. And, basically everyone is like, yeah. And of course, people have said that to me. Nobody thought I was ever going to accomplish any of that stuff. And the funny part is all the people that I was trying to prove wrong at the end of the day didn't care when I did it either. So that's a really funny part about it. But what I said to them, I was like, look, for me, I never thought that I would not achieve my dreams.
Yeah.
I was going to say a double negative there.
You cancel each other out.
Right, yeah. But I always knew that I could do whatever I wanted to do. It didn't really matter what anybody thought. But what I didn't know was if I could ever enjoy my life.
Why is that? Because like the amount of work that it takes to get to that level of success.
No, it has nothing to do with the work.
So what is it?
I mean, I just didn't think I was worth anything my whole life.
So even though you're out there, you're accomplishing all the things that you want to accomplish, you set out and you're getting to these places that maybe even you was like, I knew I was going to be successful. I didn't know I was going to make it to this level though. And,
I knew I was going to make it to that level.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep looking at your wife every time.
But, and it still didn't do nothing for you.
It's not that it didn't do anything for me. It's not like I didn't have a good time or anything like that, or that I didn't enjoy those moments. Like I did, but it was just fleeting. I just dealt with depression and my whole life.
Was it like not okay? I was gonna ask, was it not fulfilling? But I mean, you say depression, and it's kind of like you got this hole that you've been trying to fill, and no matter what you do, it's not getting patched.
Yeah.
And even the success couldn't do it for you.
No, and the success, the more, I would get, the more I needed. And, I even say, like, my search for perfectionism and the success made me a worse audio engineer, even though I was really good.
That's an interesting take.
Because I wasn't
you were never satisfied with the amount of things that you were putting into the music that you were creating.
For sure, but I was also so worried about what other people thought about me, what they were going to think about the mix.
Mm-hmm.
And because my worth was tied to how well the mix came out. And not even really how well the mix came out, because there were plenty of times that I did a fire mix and the artist didn't like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
the ear is weird.
Right. It just happens like that. Or I did the wrong thing. We didn't have the right communication. But it was like I would get the project. I'd have so much fun mixing it. And then when I was getting ready to, put it out for real, or not put it out, but send it to them, then I'd be like,
analysis paralysis.
Yeah, and I'm like, I have to send this
bases?
Right. I have to send this right. Like they have to hit me back and be like, this is the greatest thing that's ever been. And if that's not what happens, then I suck.
Yeah.
Right. So think about how many like risks I didn't take, how many times I wasn't being me because I was so scared of what the outcome was going to be. And like, no matter what I did, like I can't control what anybody else
it's gonna think about the art that you create. I think that's the hardest part about art. Like we want people to love it as much as we love it. We want them to get that same feel when they hear it that we did right before we sent it to them. Like, all right, it's ready to rock and roll. And I think ultimately we're kind of let down in many cases because people aren't gonna think of the art that we create in the same facet we do. I find myself doing that shit all the time where I'll sit on a song for months, years, and I'm like, I don't know why I never released it. And then now it just feels dated to me because I've been listening to it for 6 years. But it's new to somebody. Like, I don't know. I think that's a complex us artists have. Was there any things that you were doing to try to compensate for that fulfillment that you were looking for, but you ultimately did not get from the success that you garnered?
I mean, all I did was do that. All I did was be in the studio. All I did was do music. Half of my career was doing live sound, half of it was in the studio. You know, like that was my whole life. That and also mentoring other people to help them become professionals in the industry, which I did. So I was definitely always trying to help people. I think.
But it sounds like you were pouring from an empty cup at some point. When you say that, like you were like dealing with depression in the same time that you're having all this success.
Yeah.
So you're pouring from an empty cup.
Well, when I used to, I mean, yeah, but like I'm trying to figure it out. I feel like eventually I'm gonna get there or whatever. I don't necessarily even know at this point that I'm pouring from an empty cup at all. I've just been in this state of depression like my whole entire life. This was it.
So when does it change for you? Like when do you realize like, all right, this isn't a natural state of being and this is not sustainable going forward because, you know, I can't fill this hole.
Well, I mean, that happens, you know, when I have my devastating burnout in June of 2023, but I also have been trying my whole life to figure out my stuff. Like I knew I had stuff, I just didn't know what it was and I didn't know how to move it.
What do you mean as in stuff? Like,
you know,
the it factor, is that what you mean? Like,
what do you mean the it factor?
like some people got it and some people don't.
No. It's like, we'll see. Look, you know, we always have to understand that two things are true at the same time. A lot of times more than two things are true at the same time.
I agree.
I was dope. I've never not been like, I've been very confident in myself and very unconfident in myself at the exact same time. You know what I mean? Like I knew that I was gonna, you know, accomplish my dreams. I knew I was a dope engineer and also wasn't sure at the same time.
Yeah.
Like
I resonate with that. But what I'm trying to do is, because we had a pre-conversation.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to bleed into that a little bit because you know, I want to go back to that point you made where it's like I hit the pinnacle of success when people think about, you know, working with big artists and touring and handling mixes for multi-platinum artists and things like that. But like you said, you run into burnout. And I don't think like I do you mind if I just say it?
I don't know what you're gonna say, so
You don't know what I'm
yeah,
gonna
I
say?
guess I don't.
Well, I wanted to talk about I wanted to bleed into how people fill the hole that they have. And we talked about it, which was alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I was trying to lead into.
You're trying to get us to alcohol. I still didn't even tell these people about my album and my workbook.
I'm gonna go back to the album. I'm gonna go back to the album.
All right. I trust you.
Yeah. I got this. Let me do my thing. Just follow along. I got you.
Sure. Okay. All right.
All right. So damn, you threw me off now.
Sorry.
Motherfucker. Nah, you good. All right. Fuck it. Let's go. We'll go with the album. We'll get to the alcoholism later because
it all ties into each other.
It all ties into each other. It's one big loop. And yeah, so I had this picture in my head, but we'll let you hold the brush for a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So let's get back to the album. I want to get back to the album because the album is centered around a lot of that experience, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So when did you start writing this album?
So in June 2023.
There we go. See, I know. See, I got you.
All right. You know, so what ends up happening? Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm trying to figure out my stuff. I'm trying to move this stuff. I want to deal with. I don't want to feel how I feel all the time, right? But what happens is I built a company called The Pocket, which was a community organization to help entrepreneurs live their dreams in a healthy way.
Okay.
And this was kind of my fake it till you make it for learning how to actually have a healthy balance and relationship with work and life.
Okay.
Right. And it was crazy because on top of being a recording engineer, mixing engineer, I'm doing all these sessions, mixing all these records. I'm running this entire company. I'm doing
Which
events.
is exhausting.
It's
mixing a lot is exhausting.
I really had like 6 full-time jobs, pretty much gave them all to myself. And even like,
changing the hats out, wearing 2 at a time.
But I'm also running this company where I want to show people how to be balanced and take care of themselves. So even self-care actually became a job because I like had to do it. I was like, oh gosh, I have to go to the beach today. You know?
How dare you?
I know, but also I wasn't resting, and I lived in LA, so getting to the beach wasn't like a 15-minute drive. It was a whole day experience.
Oh shit! I didn't think that at all. I know LA traffic's bad, but I've never been there. I've only ever seen it through screens and movies.
Yeah. So something like 2 hours to drive 16 miles.
That sounds like New York.
It's difficult, and you become an insane person by the end of it. But
that's why you just get some rollerblades or a bike.
It's a
you
long
didn't rollerblade?
16. No, first of all, no. I was like, when I was a kid, I like would rollerblade, but I was like,
what about four wheels?
I couldn't stop. So I had to always get on hit the grass to slow down.
You fell a little bit on my dopeness because you don't know how to skate.
I mean, take me to Skateaway. Okay, you want to go to Skateaway?
I do want to go to Skateaway.
I break my hip, bro.
I was just talking to my wife about it. My daughter got invited to a birthday party at Skateaway.
Does Skateaway still exist?
Yeah, it still exists. But there's a better one out here. I've never been to. I just always go to the one in Whitehall, though.
Yeah.
It's fire. It's classic. It's legendary.
Man, a lot of stuff. Middle school Skateaways. Woo.
Weekends. Yeah, it was a moment. It was a vibe. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah. No, and listen, I haven't talked about Skateaway in a long time. It's cool with me. Yeah, so I had this whole company, gave myself 6 full-time jobs. This is me trying to fill the hole. Okay.
You filled it with work.
Yes. So I mean that's how it'll tie back into alcohol, and we'll get there, right? And like there's a lot of things that happened over like the 2 years prior to this that were just like things crashing down.
Mm-hmm.
And when people talk about like, oh, I got to turn this bad situation into a good situation. Like that's what I thought I was doing, and not like that you can't change bad situations and make them good, but you also can't avoid the feelings that you have, right? And that's what I was doing. And then I had a successful event. I had 3 artists DJ in my living room. I gave a speech. We had raffles from some of the biggest audio companies. I had food outside, vendors,
shit,
crazy.
Hook me up with an event
listen,
like
I can throw an event, bro.
Yeah,
I can throw an event.
Like it. Shit.
I've done a lot of things. But I wake up after that and it's incredibly successful. And I wake up and I'm just like, yo, I cannot do this anymore.
After a great night, you wake up and you have like,
yeah.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Shit.
It was so I was just exhausted. I just couldn't move. I couldn't get out of my bed. Not even just like the depression wise, right? But like just exhausted. My body was finally just like, yo.
I'm gonna sit you down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit you down.
Not anymore. So after that I decided I was gonna take a couple weeks off, and then it was in the summer valley is what I called it. I was like, we're going to take the summer off, just going to travel and do things. And then when September rolls around, I'll start getting back into it. And every time I just tried to like be an audio engineer again, it just made me feel sick.
It didn't feel
physically
it's
ill.
So crazy. Something you can literally fall out of love because life is lifing.
Yeah, and I don't think it wasn't falling out of love. It was just my body. It was my soul. God just protecting me and being like, this just isn't, you can't go back into this. Like your time here is done. It's time to move on and do like what you're really here to do.
That sounds petrifying. That would have scared me. This is the only thing I've been doing. I worked so hard to get here. I accomplished a lot of things. I just had a great event I just threw. And now, shit, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, and I had no idea what I was going to do. There was a lot of, I seriously have no idea what the point is of anything. And
lost.
I didn't know if I was ever going to do music again, ever. And my boy Ty, Ty Productions.
Shout
hit
out.
him. I tell this story about Ty all the time, because Ty has like saved my life and my love for music repeatedly. This wasn't the first time that I couldn't do music, right? And the first like breakdown that I had in not being able to do it was when I met Ty on Instagram, and eventually he just sent me a beat. And I listened to it. I don't even know why he sent me a beat, because I was like, I'm not going in my studio.
Guys, you just know, like I got a Ty in my life. His name is Derek though. And like he does the same thing, just random as hell. It's like, wow, I didn't know I needed this. Like, it's like perfect timing all the time.
And so I played the beat. I was in the middle of making lunch. Like my lunch was heating up in the toaster, and I played the beat.
Making a Pop-Tart?
It was a chicken sandwich, bro.
In the toaster?
Yeah, you got to toast the bread.
Oh, okay.
It's like okay.
I was about to say
it's
like
a
a toaster
oven.
Okay,
A toaster
okay,
oven.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Let me.
I'm sitting
my
there. I'm
bad.
like, I don't know what sandwich you eating or where you buying these sandwiches from, but
Yeah, whatever. But the sandwich eventually goes cold because I abandoned eating lunch for writing a song.
good.
Right.
Fuck that food.
And bro, you were the one who was all like, "Don't curse on the podcast,"
I know,
and you're
right?
over here just.
I know. I was letting them. I let a couple fly last week, and I was like, I really have to stop this. And that's where the potty mouth comment came from. Like, I'm really working on my potty mouth, but like, I get on the podcast and like,
You're impassioned.
yeah,
I get
yeah,
it. I
like,
get it.
I always, whenever I come up here and I turn this equipment on, I just think of the first time I ever recorded my podcast, and I was like, the gloves are off, and like, so like my philosophy has been like gradually changing, but I still get that same feeling from the day one when I put the camera on, I turned the mics on, and I was like, I'm letting them fly. Nothing's off the table. I literally said that. Nothing's off the table. And so like I come up here and it's just like,
You gotta be you.
Yeah,
Gotta be
unfortunate. Maybe I'll start bleeping them out or something. Like maybe I don't know.
You can do it.
I'll figure
you
something
can do
out.
it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm kind of about to have to curse. It's like there's no way
Do
around
your
it.
thing.
But so I say that because for the next couple years, even when I wasn't writing songs, I was just deep in being an engineer again. Ty would always send me beats, and I was just like I was just face down on the floor in my studio. I don't even know why I was in my studio, and I was just like, yo, I'm a fuck up. Like nothing I ever do is ever going to work. I'm never going to be not a fuck up. And that's how the first song on this record came to be about, because I just thought I've been fucking up y'all all my life. I've been fucking up y'all all my life. Pray to God maybe one day I can get it right.
You was over there self-loathing like a mother. That's crazy. But that's also beautiful that like you can take the exact way you're feeling in that moment and make it into something that it gives you an outlet to get it out. It sounds like not only Ty saved your life, but music also saved your life.
Well, for sure. And yeah, like, well, Ty's music, my music, me, but because I got to get up and like there were hundreds of beats in my email because this man never stopped sending me beats. Even when I was like, Ty, stop sending me beats. I'm not even using them.
Gotta keep him motivated.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care. We need more, AMAC. We need more. So I got up and I knew that there would be a beat in the email for this song, And it's like, this is the first song on the record. I go from hating myself to loving myself. That's the arc of the record and the journey I'm taking you through.
Go check it out.
Absolutely. It's called On One. And let me see if I can remember the pre. Because even though this is a hard song, it's about me believing I'm a fuck up.
Yeah.
But it's like, what's the point if I never learn my lesson? Hoping one day there's an answer to these questions. I'll keep praying till the day that I'm in heaven that I can change the bad times and turn them into blessings. Like
Bars.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm talented.
Bars. Bars.
But in that song, so it's like there's just always hope there. There's always hope, and I always had hope throughout my life that I could figure this out. That I would figure it out. Like,
it's
and
like blind faith, like that's keeping keeping you going.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I'm over here and I'm telling you, I don't know if I ever knew that I could enjoy my life, but I obviously did.
Yeah.
because I would have given up
Yeah.
if I didn't. Like, so that's always really been my dream, honestly, is to, really come back to myself, really find myself. Like, I even say in some point in the album, like I've always known who I was from the day that I was born, but I could tell that there were all these walls in my way of actually being it. And that's what this whole journey was, where the workbook came from, where the album came from, of that I finally took the space to feel for the first time ever.
Fucking hard.
Incredibly
It
hard.
probably was super hard because you're not processing things as they come. You got baggage that you got to unpack and unravel. But you're a musician. So it's not like you get to unravel it in a lot of different ways. But I think as musicians, I think that's one of the greatest ways to unravel hard shit to deal with is like through music. I mean, how many of those records did you cry while making? Like did you cry on any of them while making them?
No. Because Fuck Up is really the only one that, and honestly was a freestyle for that hook. And that's honestly, I'm not too kind to me. But I didn't cry during any of them, but I cried like every day for 6 months.
Holy shit.
Yeah, listen.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, honestly, yeah. No pun there. But I cried every day for 6 months. I screamed. It was really messy. I lost a lot of friends. I did not know how to handle any of it because all I'd been doing was pushing it down my whole life. I literally never forget one time I was in the shower and I had glass shower doors and like something was going on and I was just so pissed. And I'm like pissed at myself because I realize I'm angry because I chose to be angry. I made this situation happen in my life and this is what I wanted and this is the outcome. And like I screamed like from the depth of my soul and like in the middle of it, I was like, whoa, Allie, you've got to get it together because you're about to shatter the glass in this shower.
Super crash out.
Because it was just, it was just like, you keep, like, I was just so frustrated. You keep doing, like, I did all of this to myself. It doesn't mean that, nobody else has any accountability to taking how they treated me, but I chose all of this stuff. I chose all of these people. I invited them to use me.
Yeah.
In fact, I asked them to, right? Like,
I don't think there's nothing wrong with allowing people to use you. I have this idea is like people are to be used. Like my son and my wife are here and I use them to help me set up a little bit faster today. But I think it's like more of like we're not supposed to misuse people for.
Well, yeah, if you want to get on the definitions, they were misusing me 100%.
Okay. See, that's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, well, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing, but if they're misusing you, you know what I mean, like taking advantage of you and things like that, then that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they were there for what I had, only for what I had to give them. But when it got to the real stuff, the real hard stuff, it was like, whoa.
Nobody's here.
Yeah, it was like, oh, we can't get what we came here to get from Allie, so we're out. Like, but again, like, but that goes into like my attachment to people. And because I've always felt that everyone was going to leave me, I would do anything. I just wanted people to around me, and having to, part of this was breaking my identity away from music, okay, which was really hard because I didn't feel like I held worth. So trying to become successful was about me trying to prove my worth to people. And then when I did become successful, even though I still didn't feel worthy, I knew that I had value because I had all of this experience to teach other people.
Yeah.
I thought it was the only reason that anyone would be around me because I had this value and I could do this. And that is why these specific people I'm talking about were around me, right?
Because what you could offer.
Right. And because that's what I thought.
So it took
that's what I invited.
It took for you to basically hit rock bottom, let it all go, and then you finally start to see who people are. So how has that lesson changed the way you approach it going forward? Because like I hear a lot of self-awareness that you've garnered over the years of, going through all these trials and tribulations, but people make the same mistakes over a lot, you know what I mean? So how did you learn from this? How did you make sure that I'm not going to go back to the same thing that I did before? Like, you know,
I learned to observe myself.
to observe yourself.
Yeah.
Like just sitting with yourself.
Yeah, but I mean, I could, like right now when we're talking, I could like separate myself in my brain to be like up in the corner watching me, how I'm reacting with you.
That sounds funny.
It does,
Yeah, that
and
sounds
you
really
could think it's all woo woo or
It's
whatever, but it's real.
like an outer body experience, like just watching like in this vantage point overlooking. That's interesting.
Yeah,
You got some fucking superpower or something?
yeah, self-awareness.
I think I'm pretty self-aware. I can't do that shit.
Oh, well, my dog, we got to talk about that because when you can, observing yourself is so cool. That doesn't mean that I make all the right decisions all the time or I still invite all the right people into my life or any of that stuff. But I can really like look at myself and be like, what was that really about, Allie? Like
you can question your motives and
yeah,
to get to the bottom of why you behave or react certain ways.
100%.
That shit is hard.
It's incredibly difficult. It's like, how do I avoid this now?
So do you get answers? Like when you're sitting there reflecting by yourself about yourself.
I mean, yeah, understandings. I don't know that answers are necessarily the right word.
Okay. I'm saying like, do you have like this, I don't know. You ever hear people say like, when I talk to God, I can hear his voice like within, and it's almost like an inner voice, but you can tell that it's not coming from you. Like you can tell that they're not your thoughts and things like. So that's what I'm really asking. Like, are you getting like a confirmation or new perspective when you're doing these, when you're having these moments of self-reflection, or is it kind of like I get it, but over time kind of thing?
I don't know, like that I hear like something that is like specifically like, Allie, this is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But definitely something will come up and I'll be like, okay, yeah, I hear you. I got it. I would specifically say, especially in the music, like that's when God talks through me the most. Like I'm just like a vessel in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
None of this is really mine. So
Do you
yeah.
ever go back and hear old music and it's almost like you wrote it for like future you?
No, I feel like future me wrote it for me right now.
Future, so like if you wrote a song today,
Mm-hmm.
or if you wrote a song in 2 years, it would be for the Alley of now.
No. So like, I don't know, even my album, it's been done for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Well, it's not been done for 2.5 years. It took me 2.5 years to write. It's out now. I can still listen to it and I can hear parts where I can tell like that it's my future self saying something to me right now in the moment.
Okay. That's basically what I was asking.
Okay.
Because when I go back and I listen to old music, it's almost like I wrote it for myself years ahead of schedule. And like sometimes I'll go back and I'll listen to things and it's like, wow. Like I've been sitting here stressing, asking myself these questions, struggling, and I go back and I listen to like some I wrote back in like 2019. And it has all the answers that I was looking for in the music. And it's like, holy shit. Like honestly, I don't think I make music for anyone but myself. Like people listen, but like it's just, some of it is just so profound where it's like, it's not me. It's not me. It's something coming through me and I'm just a vessel it comes out of. But like, I don't know. That's me as a musician.
I think we, of course, write the music for ourselves, but I don't think it's just for us ever.
You think it is to be shared?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you just write to write, or do you only write when you write music?
What do you mean? Like, do I write to write? Do I journal or?
Journal, poetry, any of that, like that kind of stuff, or do you just like to write, or is it like I write music?
No, I definitely. I mean, I try to journal like every day.
Air day, air
Um,
day.
and I definitely do sometimes just write poetry. A lot of the time it does come in the form of rapping. But that doesn't mean that I always do
You
it
just
to a
can't.
beat.
You just can't stop rhyming, huh?
It's tough like, when you know that just hits so hard.
Yeah.
I definitely just write stuff like, when it comes to me.
So, what are some of these tools? What other tools do you use to make sure that you're not falling back into that pit, of depression? What kind of things do you do today that you learned or you practiced over time that you realize is good for your mental health and sustaining it?
Well, I don't ever say that I can't fall back into a pit of depression. If I do, like,
We're talking about prevention. I know we can all fall back into like dark spaces. Like,
yeah, but
life is heavy.
yeah, but what I'm saying is that I just allow myself to do that. It's okay.
What, to fall into that space?
It's not the same kind of depression that I had because I had so much judgment on it before.
Okay.
I didn't think that it was okay, right? And I
To
had
feel that way?
yeah, and I had to get rid of it. And I didn't think it was there for me for any reason, but of course it is. If I'm feeling depressed, there's a reason I feel depressed, and I've got to be curious about it. I've got to figure it out, and I've got to let myself feel it and move through it and process it and alchemize it. Like, I'm not trying to not be depressed. I'm just trying to be a human, and like sometimes being depressed is part of being a human being.
Yeah.
And yeah, and sometimes my body says, bruh, not today. And I'm like, all right, not today. And sometimes, that's more than one day. And I'm just do my best to wade through it, but through curiosity, through my acceptance of being where I'm at and just saying like, it's okay. You're okay even when you're not okay.
Damn, you're a guru.
You know?
I'm over here looking for like some secret sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like me, when
That is the secret sauce.
it's just shit. You know how uncomfortable that. Like, I had a really, really rough like 2 weeks. I had a really rough week this week, and man, life has been beating my ass. And like, one of my ways that I know I could ground myself, recenter, and start to unpack some of it is hiking.
Mm-hmm.
Love to hike.
Ugh.
But everything is frozen or covered in snow.
Yo, I just meditated in the forest in the snow the other day, and it was lit.
Yo, shit. Nah.
Yeah.
The one time I
said
went out, I
no.
told you, the one time I went out on the path and it was frozen, and thank God I had my walking stick, because I would have broke my neck like 8 times. So it's like, I be trying to be cognitive, like, Eric, don't put yourself in harmful situations. But like, that is like, hiking, being in nature is instrumental for me to recenter and like get back. And so like, I haven't been hiking in over a month, and like, I feel it. Like, the inability to go out and be in nature and by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I do. And I couldn't go out for a while either because it was just ice.
yeah.
Like, and there was, I'm not trying to.
You really stopped and just meditated in the snow, in the woods?
As soon as the first day that it was 36 degrees, I knew I could go back there
He was gone.
because the snow wasn't going to be fully ice, and I knew no one else was going to be back there. It was it was dope. Nobody out there, so and nobody, like, I went to like a spot, where people really weren't. And yeah, it definitely, going out hiking, being in nature, that's really important to me. It really helps my mental health. I mean, just it's good physically for you, for your blood to be moving, your lungs, your heart, all of that stuff.
I love the woods.
I
love the woods.
the sun, just the sun on your face, all of that stuff is really dope. But when we're talking about like depression, right?
Mhm.
Like even going out into the woods, like that's great. And I would say it's like a reprieve, but it's not for me to try to get out of where I am. I mean, I guess it's not that I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to be like curious about this thing.
For me, it always just gives me time to, like, I'm not be distracted by the world, not be distracted with just the everyday life. I'm just out there. I just get to be. There's very few times in my life where I just get to be because I'm so many different things, and wear a lot of different hats, and so like it offers me that opportunity to just be like, all right, we only gotta worry about Eric, what Eric wants to think about, what Eric wants to work through, and it's like I get to breathe. I don't use my cell phone. If I use my cell phone, it's because I'm using voice notes, so I can talk to myself and process it, and then maybe sometimes I'll go back and listen to it, stuff like that. I always find that that's helpful for me personally. Yeah.
For sure. Sometimes I do mindfulness painting as well.
Painting is fun.
Yeah.
It's some weird shit that comes out sometimes.
Well, I do. Yeah, nah. But I do. What I do is I take like a pencil, and I just I close my eyes and I just draw a squiggle on the canvas.
Yeah.
And then I just start filling it in because otherwise I'm gonna get stuck trying to think about what I'm about to paint.
Sometimes I just let the hand do what the hand do too, and then like don't even think about it. Don't try to make it anything. Just
right. Well,
let it be.
I'll consider your approach. I'll try it one time, see how it goes. But
Right,
just filling in I don't gotta even think about what my hand wants to do. Where are we gonna paint? Where are we gonna paint? But yeah, that's a way that I get off my phone and all of that stuff as well.
social media.
Social media.
I fucking hate social media.
It's not great.
No, I think social media serves a purpose. It serves a purpose. It allows me to spread this. It allows me to have something to promote to people, give people something to be a part of, and things like that. But other than that, I don't really like social media. It's like the cause for like probably 40% of my issues that I deal with, especially like mental health things, like just being able to witness what's happening everywhere up to the minute around the world. And there's so much up shit happening everywhere around the world all the time. But like, I want to be informed at the same time.
Yeah, but there's a difference between being informed and, absorbing like 30 people's different opinions about it and their emotions on the subject.
Yeah, I don't really like to listen to people talk anymore. I used to listen to like a lot of podcasts. I don't really listen to podcasts no more. But like, all right, like something like Gaza. Like I'm not sure.
Let's go there.
Yeah, right. Like, do you run into that stuff on your timeline, like on your algorithm? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I get a lot of that shit, and it's like, wow. Like, how are we not doing anything about this? Like, they're literally flattening an entire like country right now,
Yeah.
And but then at the same time, it's like, well, what are we supposed to do? Like, what can I really offer at this point in time? And then it's like, I feel for them though. Like my heart aches for them, and like, and that's just Gaza. That's not even talking about like what's happening here at home and things like that, or people that I know on a personal level, and like, I feel that shit.
It's a heavy moment for the world, and we do need to be informed about it. We do need to know what's going on. We do need to be taking action against things. When we get stuck, a lot of the times it's because we'd rather not, deal with some stuff.
Yeah.
And what will help me is being like, okay, well, I know I need to take action on something here. Let me figure out what this action step is, because I also cannot do it all at once. I cannot solve all the world's problems. You know what I mean? I also don't always know what I can do, but I can figure out something to do. I can figure out something positive to
Let's
do.
harass our congressman. That's
For-
just like
it's really easy to call them every day.
you really could.
It's super easy to call them every day.
State reps, like they literally got buildings like wherever you're at, whatever town or city you're in, like you could just go pull up on them.
You really can.
You really, it's crazy.
You know, I mean, I think you could learn something that day.
Mhm.
Right? You can learn history. You can understand what's really going on, because again, in social media, something I think about a lot is how many things do I think I know that I just think I know because somebody on social media said and I like agreed with it.
Yeah, because it sounds good.
Right. Or like they're telling me possibly a fact about history or something like that. But don't I still need, like, they're not giving me sources. Most people aren't giving me sources. And then even people who are giving me sources, am I looking at the sources? Where is the source coming from?
Yo,
You know what I mean? Who's the person who wrote it? Like all of that stuff. We don't do a lot of that anymore. And like think about how much we could do that instead of just keep scrolling to the next person saying something.
Yeah.
Next person saying something.
Social media almost made me go out and spend $34 on some shit I did not need. And like there was this thing, right? Like for days I was like a month ago, I was like, yo, my stomach's bloated. Like I just can't get it to go down. I don't know why. Like I'm staring down, I'm like, I look fat. Like I know I'm not fat. My weight didn't change or nothing like that. And so of course, like the algorithm does, it hears you talk about some shit. Oh, I got a remedy for you. So I'm scrolling on Instagram. I start seeing something called something bitters. And it's like, oh, you got stubborn belly fat, or that's not belly fat. It's you're backed up, like your colon's backed up. You got to cleanse your stomach and stuff. So I'm like, shit, all right. So I go down to the Culture Kernel. Shout out to the Culture Kernel. And it's an all natural store on the east side of Allentown. And so I go in, I'm like looking around, I find it. I'm like, she's like, what are you getting that for? The lady at the register. I'm like, I seen online that I can, this is gonna help cleanse my colon and stuff because I'm backed up and stuff. She goes, that's not the stuff you need then. And then she gives me some Japanese apricot. And she's like, look, take this one and this one. She said, use this one first. This is like light. So if this clears you out, then you don't need the one in the black package. But understand that like, if you eat this, you're gonna need to like take the whole day off, kind of thing. But I ended up spending $8 on the two Japanese apricots. But it's like I didn't go and fact check nothing. I just took it for what it was. I don't know this person from a hole in the wall. It's not like I was following them. It just popped up on the algorithm, and I bit it and I ran with it. And thank God there was somebody in the store with a little bit of knowledge and was curious about what I was looking for, because they saved me from spending an extra like $26 or whatever.
For sure. I mean, what you know about those Japanese apricots, bro? Nothing.
No. I went and looked up the Japanese apricots. Okay. I only had to be fooled once. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. I'm the asshole. So, but it goes back to like, we're all just kind of consuming content and we're not really sure where the information's coming from or who these people are, and
if they're even people.
I was talking to my friend Mike, and he was like, and we were having a political conversation, and he's like, yo, we can make you an AI character where you can share all these views and nobody will ever know it's coming from you. And I'm like, that sounds pretty fucking cool. He's like, we can make you into whoever we want. And like, he's showing me how we can do this. But it's just like, damn, this is like, I could be listening to anyone and you don't know, because they got voice changers, they got image changers. It's like,
for sure. I mean, not even just that. There are plenty of bots of people commenting who are acting
rage baiting.
Yeah, they're rage baiting. They're not like people come and rage bait on like American politics on threads and all that stuff all the time. They don't live here.
Yeah.
They just know how we're going to react, and rage bait blows up. They get paid.
There was I seen a video of like a farm of somewhere, and it was thousands of iPhones hooked up to what looked like hard drives, like old school hard drives, and they're just bot farms commenting on people's shit, like on automation kind of thing. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, a couple years ago, I used to get into like hours long arguments. Like sometimes I would have to get up the next morning and go check the comment section so I can go rebuttal again. And I realized like, yo, this is taking so much time and energy out of my life. But like, I can only imagine how many of those people weren't even people.
Right. Right. What are like what that? But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
We look like one of the dumbest countries on earth.
I mean,
I'll say that.
for sure. But I mean, people all over the world are on social media doing the same things. Like, there's a lot of other places where things are not going well.
Shit. I can only speak on America because I'm here, but I'm pretty sure you're right in that aspect. Like, I mean, I witnessed some of it, but I feel like we're being bamboozled. Like, there was another thing I seen on Twitter, and it was on Instagram, but it was a screenshot from Twitter. Somebody had research where like a lot of these profiles that got huge followers, where they're like based from, and none of them are here, but they're all about American politics.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
they're all over Africa and stuff like that, and it's like, I don't know. We're just all kind of being lied to, and then we're all like kind of eating it up.
For sure. I mean, and we're staying. And are you not entertained?
Are you not? Facts. I'm not entertained. It's making me angry.
Just because it's making you angry doesn't mean you're not entertained.
And my soul hurts for people. Like, you know.
I mean, I feel you, but that's why I talk about taking actual action. Like, sometimes there's gonna be a lot of stuff like, oh, if you're not saying anything on your social media, like you don't care. You're like hiding behind this. You're hiding behind that. And it's like, I mean, I feel you. I say shit. You know what I mean? I definitely say shit, but also it has to start right in front of me. I have to go out in action and take care of like the community that's in front of me.
Yeah.
Right? Like I have to do the work instead of, not that like, look, some people have big platforms and they do great things, right? And you should do what feels right to you. But what feels right to me is actually like figuring out how we can live outside of these systems.
If you got a system and it can't work for the majority of people, the system should be changed.
Sure. But like, look, there's a lot of different systems that I'm talking about. Even the system of content creation.
No,
and
you're very broad then.
You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of different systems.
Yeah, I'll give you that. All right. I want to take this. I want to pick this up a little bit. All right. So I know the songs because I got them written. But do you have a song that makes you want to dance when you hear it?
So I'm gonna change it to Pink. Never Gonna Not Dance.
Never Gonna Not Dance. All right, sing it a little bit.
Never gonna not dance again. Never gonna. You wouldn't know it. This is like a deep cut, like me being 37, still listening to new Pink albums.
You're a Pink fan then.
Hell yeah. You heard Pink sing, bro?
Pink can sing. I'll give her that. She can sing her ass off.
There's very few people I think that. I'm sorry to say this in a public space, that can sing better than Kelly Clarkson. But
Kelly Clarkson is one of the greatest singers ever.
Yeah, I mean, Kelly Clarkson is...
There's very few people that have her vocal range.
My favorite artist, along with Biggie Smalls. But Pink.
You got a top 5 singers list?
Top 5 singers list? Well...
Go, all right, top 3.
Top 3. I mean, well, first, Whitney Houston's the greatest singer of all time.
Okay. Is that because she's just a great singer, or because
she's the greatest singer of all time?
You also enjoy the music and you know she's a great singer?
I mean, mostly because I think Whitney Houston's just the greatest singer of all time. Like, there's nothing else for me to really say. Whether I like the music, don't like the music, it really doesn't matter. Then there's Mariah Carey. Obviously,
no, they're just great singers, but they're like, are they your top 5? Like,
yes. What do you mean? Like I'm so. Why are you not believing that Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey are my favorite singers?
No, there's a difference. Like,
I know there's a difference.
They're great vocalists, but I'm just trying to make sure like you're not only solely basing it off of their vocal ability and also the fact that you actually enjoy the music.
First of all, you didn't give me a parameter for the rules of me choosing who my top favorite singers are. Like,
if I ask you your five like your top
you ask
three
me-
MC, top three rappers, I mean, I would think that you're gonna choose artists that you think are dope and also that you listen to.
Yeah, I'm over here. I'm like, yo, Whitney Houston sucks, but like she's the greatest singer of all
I don't know
time.
too many people that are
Bro.
listening to Mariah Carey outside of Christmas time.
You're bugging.
I'm not saying that she's not a good
bugging.
artist. I'm not saying she's not a good artist, but I don't know
I'm
too
offended.
many people. Oh shit!
I don't care if you don't. I don't care who you know or who you don't know. I'm me. I'm my own person. I know who the
All right,
fuck
so
I
then
am.
so then who's three? You got Whitney Houston. You got Mariah Carey.
And third,
Mary J. Blige.
no,
What?
absolutely not.
What?
You know, but I'm gonna, you know, even though of what I just said, I think that
I feel offended. You said absolutely. You could have just went with the not.
that's crazy. No, you just like came from Mariah Carey's throat over here. I don't. There's nothing that
She can't hold a candle to Mary. She can't. She can't.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
You're allowed to. You're allowed to have your opinion.
Name your third.
You know, my third. Oh, I hate to not have Kelly on the top three because like she just is my favorite artist. But I would put Pink there. Yeah.
You're gonna put Pink over
Yeah.
Kelly.
Yeah.
I feel like you advocated more for Kelly than you did Pink.
Because I love Kelly Clarkson so much. Like I said, she's my favorite artist. But you asked me who my three favorite vocalists were.
That's not what I said, but
What did you say?
I'll let you have it. I said R&B artists
No, you didn't.
or singers. I said singers.
You just
I said singers.
you said singers.
Singers.
You didn't say R&B anything.
Yeah.
You just said singers.
You're right.
Because we were talking about how I think that Whitney Houston is the greatest singer of all time, no matter what I think about her music.
You know what? Songs that make you cry.
songs, songs that
Yeah,
songs
do you
that,
got a song that make you cry?
songs that make me cry. Is that one of the questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, Anyone by Demi Lovato.
Anyone by Demi Lovato. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were when you first said it, I was like, I processed it like any song by Demi Lovato. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Well, I
anyone.
do love a lot of Demi Lovato
Can you
songs.
sing it?
No.
No.
I'm not gonna do that right now.
her stomach is growling. She All right, what about Get Gangsta?
Get Gangsta, you know, I have is it just Gangsta by 50 Cent?
Yeah,
it's
that make you want to act gangster. Like you hear this song, like you got finger guns out, you might be doinking people in the head. You definitely invading personal space.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely Gangsta. I'm trying. There's definitely probably like a lot of songs that make me feel gangsta. Yeah.
That's a good one. I know you said last time 50. You said some 50 Cent song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. 50's like the
yeah.
ultimate
What up,
gangsta.
blood?
Yeah.
What up, cuz? What up, gangsta? Yeah.
There we go. We don't play that. What we got? Make You Wanna Rap.
Make Me Wanna Rap is
Yeah.
Unbelievable by the Notorious B.I.G. But any song by Biggie, really.
It's so sad that like Biggie and Pac's life was cut so short. Like, I'm not sure I'll ever like fully get over that. They're just so legendary. Like, I'm 30 years old and like their shit still go up.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can only imagine if these dudes would have been able to hit 30 years old. Like the kind of shit they would have created, you know, the growth in the music. Like it's so much like maturation we just didn't get to see because motherfuckers want to play.
Yeah. I
It's so
mean,
sad.
there's a lot of that.
How do you feel about hip hop is really the only genre of music where artists die, and it don't matter if they're unknown or they're well known. How do you feel about that? Like, especially being part of hip hop.
Did you just say that hip hop's the only genre where artists die?
Like, I mean it as in terms of like, I know people like overdose and shit like that, but I'm saying like where they kill each other. I would say, yeah.
I mean, well, there's things like that as well.
Where in country? I never heard of that shit. Like, you stole my cow.
There's some violent things. I mean, I know Kurt Cobain killed himself, or did he?
I don't know. That's interesting.
Well, so many
When I
people
get-
think Courtney Love did it.
Who's Courtney Love? His girl?
Wow. Yes.
I didn't listen to I know like really mainstream Nirvana songs.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I need to be a little bit more well versed in that area.
But I mean, yeah, there's a lot of there's definitely a lot of violence in hip hop in general. How do I feel about the violence in hip hop? Is that kind of the question?
Yeah, I guess.
You know, not great about it. I don't feel good about it. I don't feel, the thing, like, especially with, Biggie and Pac, and, it's also just this sensationalized moment in time, of how, like, that beef was going down, and how, that beef is even, like, encouraged, right? Rap beef. Just like, bringing each other down and stuff like that instead of lifting them up.
I'm not opposed to rap beef though. I just wish it was just state words though. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah, but
I think rap is a sport. Like, it's competitive in nature.
yeah, but do you gotta like tear people down in the sport?
I mean, you think about the foundational roots of it. It was battle rap. People.
The foundational roots of hip hop?
Yeah.
No, was a party in the park.
You're gonna say party.
I am gonna say a party in the park because hip hop, it started out in a park.
But
you listen to 80s rap, bro?
It's not good. I don't think it's good. But it's
well, right. But that's where hip hop started.
I understand, but I don't know. I'm trying to combat it right now, but I don't know. I feel like this bleeds into the last episode I had, where it's like we're talking about like rap. Hip hop is such a large genre of music that there's many subgenres that get shoved into hip hop music. Which hip hop, I classify hip hop as its own thing. I don't think that everybody who raps is a hip hop artist. You know what I'm saying? So like, when you're talking about that 80s rap, I mean, it's rap. It has its place in the history of rap, but I don't necessarily consider it hip hop music. So when I speak of hip hop music, I'm thinking of it.
That's crazy.
I'm thinking of like, all right, or LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? LL Cool J was a battle rapper when he first started out. This is like what, mid 80s? So the foundational things of hip hop is people battling b-boy shit and things like that. Like, these are all the elements that I'm referring to. And I think that it has its place in rap music, in hip hop culture.
But
so I'm not
does
opposed to
battling have to tear other people down?
I don't think that you can battle without talking shit to each other. I mean, there's compliment rap battles now. Those are funny.
That
You ever
does sound
see-
funny. But I mean, there's certain, like, there's just like, I mean, hit 'em up. Think about hit 'em up.
Hit 'em up was so disrespectful.
It's so disrespectful.
So disrespectful.
Right? And I understand it's disrespectful. He thinks Who Shot You is about him. So I get it. So he
It
thinks
is
that that's
timely.
incredibly disrespectful. I mean, Biggie's my favorite artist. I'm on Biggie's side, but I don't know what really happened. And also like to the point of like, all right, yeah, like let's say battle rap started hip hop. I don't agree with you, but that's fine. And you're like, well, that's just part of the foundation. So that's just part of the tradition, right? And we couldn't ever change up the tradition, even if it was messed up.
That's why we still celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and Thanksgiving's messed up.
It is, but we don't
it's
change
not,
it.
It's not, but it's not okay. Like, so we just don't change it anywhere. We just don't.
I do think that. Well, I can't say that because I don't think that's true. I mean, shit, a famous rapper just died like the other day. I don't know if he was murdered, but I mean, I don't know. I'll end this conversation with, it's sad for me to see such talented artists, their lives be cut short due to the fact that we have a culture in rap music and hip hop culture that can't just keep things musically. Like I'm okay with the competitive stuff, but it's just like it's so sad to see it. Like all these people with potential and they're constantly being cut down.
Right. I mean, that's all I'm really saying. And at the end of the day, I can't fully speak on the culture because it's not mine. So it's not my place.
I respect that.
Yeah.
All right. So that's at the time for that. I want to get into the Patreon questions. These are short. But I want to talk quickly about workaholic culture being disguised as grinding.
Okay.
I'm going back to the grind.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah. I've been on my grind just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it loud. Everybody knows me, really that's the old me. Going through some changes right here and now. I've been on my grind just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it loud. Everybody knows me, really that's the old me. Going through some changes right here and now. I've been on my grind just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it loud.